Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I've written a couple of books in my life, and I've actually considered taking some of these videos that we do on a daily basis and wrapping them with the text that comes along with them and finding a book publisher. I don't know if any publisher would be interested, but making an annual or semi-annual compendium of tips and lists and help in general, at least stuff that's largely going to be related to tech. And I got an email today from Eric Yaverbaum, and Eric starts out, he says, "I'm just beginning work on my 6th book, How to Get Heard, What the World's Most Successful Bloggers Can Teach the Rest of Us." He says, "I'd love to do a chapter on you." I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. He asked me to respond to his questions, and instead of just responding in writing, I thought it would be easier for me to, wax pathetic in a video to share my answers with the rest of the world, certainly before the book is published, and do it, I guess, a little differently than everybody else, because I'm assuming he's going to be interviewing other people. He says that, let's see here, there's going to be 100 short chapters in the book. Maybe this is, and I think this is going to be the only video response in those 100 chapters. I'm kind of honored. He says, number 1, why do you think blogging has become so popular and bloggers so influential? My opinion is that it's all about the platform. When I first started publishing online, it was a pain in the neck. I mean, it was horrible. You had to design your own software, the processes were long, the software just wasn't mature. Well, then blogging platforms evolved, and you could install a simple package on your web server that you were renting, or unless you owned one, and it would just work. And suddenly you would have this basic content management system. I mean, in calling it a content management system, I mean that in its rawest sense. And a blog is nothing more than personal publishing platform. That's what it is. So the newer software made it easier for people to get their thoughts out. I think that's how it became so popular, because it was so easy to do. Whether the package was easy to install or whether it automatically came with your ISP, it was just something that wasn't there before. What made bloggers so influential is, number 1, their thoughts, completely unfiltered. And we, I guess, I'm a blogger, link to one another, just share thoughts with one another, and create these behaviors and these conversations that suddenly transcend the way internet publishing used to be. I mean, typically speaking, I would put something on the website, there would be no commentary, or if there was commentary, it'd be like in a forum. But a forum isn't exactly a blog. A forum is more like a rallying point around a community, whereas blogging is a whole bunch of loosely structured communities communicating with one another. Being a blogger and putting myself out there, it's about sharing my experiences on a daily basis, my thoughts, my fears, my emotions. And because the filter doesn't exist, and I mean a filter in the sense that no editorial filter, I mean I can just put it out there and it's out there, semi or permanently, is very compelling. So it's a reason why it's gained a lot of attention, has caught on. There's never going to be any one reason I think anybody could define as why it caught on, but I think a large factor was the ease of use and the lack of filtering that happened. Because it's the same reason why reality programming took off on television, because even though I think a lot of that may still be produced or they create the story they want you to see, a lot of it is raw, visceral. You feel like you're getting the straight scoop. No one's written this, it's just happening, it's unfolding, and blogging is much the same way. So it's kind of the web version of reality television, and sometimes reality video on the internet. That's what we do here every day at live.pirillo.com. 2, who reads your blog and why are they reading it? What is it about your blog that makes it so popular? What did you offer, or what do you offer that no one else does, and why is that so popular? My blogging style has evolved over the years. I used to blog about personal things a lot. I really don't do that much anymore. Most of my blogging these days is rallied around the videos, by and large. just because I enjoy doing the videos. I enjoy that part of it. Sometimes I'll chime in with some industry news. It doesn't happen all that often. I have perspectives. Sometimes I need help getting those perspectives out. And recording a video is a lot easier than just posting text. Now that everybody's out there blogging, and I mean everybody, and if not everybody, then just seemingly everybody is out there blogging, it's much more difficult to assert your voice and your personality. So doing something all that much more different gives you that much more of an edge. So I don't know what I do differently, I guess. I have no problem with putting myself out there. I've been doing this for a while, and I think that's the large reason why I am in the position I'm in, because I've been doing this for so long, and I tend to catch trends before they really take off. It's very, very compelling. And so I don't mean to be a leader, and I've never, established myself as a leader. I just see things, latch onto them, and then go. For instance, the video thing, I've been doing, I was producing audio online before podcasting, did a little bit of video, but then when Ustream.tv released their service and allowed you to stream video online for free, I was in. I was in like Flynn. And not even a year later, and now we have on average 300 to 400 people who tune in and just hang out on a regular basis. I mean, my day in the Pirillo household, some ups and some downs. Sometimes I'm really busy, sometimes I'm not busy enough. But all that's just part of me, and blogging is very personal, so live streaming is very personal. I guess I'm doing my best to mash them all together. I have perspectives. I did a lot of coupons and continue to do a lot of coupons in my blog and try to wrap original content around those coupons. And that turned out to be quite good, for me and for, I believe, my readers. Some of them had saved hundreds of dollars on the coupons that I had posted to my blog, and will continue to post throughout the year, especially around holidays. I think what really makes it so popular, why are people reading it? I don't think it's very popular at all. I think, it's popular to maybe a few people, but my mom doesn't count, and she doesn't even read my blog. But it's popular because I guess I'm raw, I'm unfiltered, and I think that's kind of the whole reason why blogging, again, is so successful, is being raw, being reality, and people know they can find me there. Number 3, what do you do to drive traffic or to get readers to your blog? I do my best to encourage participation. I really hate writing something or doing something if nobody's paying attention to it, because then what's the point of doing it or writing it? The issue with the audience is that, it's a different kind of audience. Whereas I used to go and talk to a lot of other bloggers, well, suddenly there are a lot of bloggers out there in the field, and a lot of people who want to be on the quote-unquote A-list. I'm less interested in that. I'm more interested in, gaining an audience of people who either A, don't have a blog, or, B, follow my stuff on YouTube, who don't necessarily blog in the traditional sense of the word, because they're a much more exciting audience. They're much more interactive. Certainly I encourage participation through saying, hey, if you participate in the blog, there's a chance that you could win something this week. Yeah, it's helped a lot. I mean, but I'd like to believe that the content that I've done has been helpful as well. I've helped people make money, whether it's through blogging or what have you, by some information I've imparted. And I think that keeps people coming back, and I think that's what drives traffic back to the blog, is just being consistent in the sense that I'm always going to be me. Number 4, what's the best way to approach you if someone wants to exposure through your blog? The best way to approach me is not approaching me. Never ask for coverage, because you're not likely to get it. Friends, sometimes if they're doing something interesting, but I just don't do it a lot. If I feel it, then I'll do it. If I don't, I won't. It's been a lot easier for me to do something on the video if I, either buy something or pick something up, because I can show it off and explain it or demonstrate it, in video, and then also have a companion piece in writing for those who want to, who can read or who are reading, versus the people who, just want to watch or listen. Because I'm sure there are some people who are reading the blog post associated with this video, and they're never going to watch the video. And there are some people watching the video who will never read the corresponding blog post. So I post my videos on YouTube, blog at chris.pirillo.com, which I don't know how many people in the chat room right now are even aware that I was blogging there. Number 5. What advice would you give to someone who wants to get heard but doesn't want to blog every day? Consistency. Go to where most of your intended audience would be. You know, go to networks of blogs, networks of activity, rather than trying to go out on your own. Certainly having your own domain name and having your own blog somewhere is good, but you lose a lot of traffic and you lose a lot of attention, especially if you don't stay active there. That's where forums kind of really come into play, because you can be as active as you want to be without feeling the pressure of I have to blog every day. So I would recommend more network participation for someone who did not want to do something every day but still wanted to have their voice heard. Be a part of some kind of community somewhere. You know, it's so difficult to define exactly what blogging is or what makes it big, etc. I do my best certainly with my stuff. I'm as open as I can be with the things that I do, as helpful as I can be with the amount of time that I have to spend. I have to measure that carefully, the time that I spend versus the value of the information that I'm sharing. I don't know. Sometimes what stops people is that they don't do it. And so that my biggest tip for everybody is just to do it. Try it. If you've always wanted to do video, yeah, you can strike out and do video, but my recommendation, if you're going to start any kind of video, is to go to YouTube, publish regularly, have a live stream, treat your subscribers and community with respect, give them something to look at, give them something to go on, be yourself. I mean, all these things just tie into one another. You assert your own name as a brand, you assert your own identity as a brand, and the blog is just another gateway through which people are going to be able to discover you, who you are, what you're interested in, etc. So I hope, there have been some bits of information that people, hopefully Eric, will be able to glean from me responding in this video. I think in the coming years, and I'm even seeing this now, brand is becoming increasingly decentralized. With the glut of blogs, with the glut of social networks, it's no longer an issue for people to find you. You just have to go where they are. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I think YouTube is huge. Because even my mother-in-law was watching old videos of me with her boss out in North Carolina, and they were watching it on YouTube. It's just got the brand. So why would I be publishing video on my own piddly little blog when I can do it, the same video, and have it on YouTube? It doesn't make any sense for you not to be doing it somewhere, somehow. And if you're not getting into video, I'm telling you, you're missing the boat. And live video is even that much further ahead. But doing live video and doing video has bolstered I believe my audience, has given me a lot more perspective, because I'm not just an average blogger now. I live stream, I video blog, got the chat room going, the community going, providing answers, providing solutions. I'm helping people blog on LockerGnome, starting to open up that platform. So on LockerGnome.com, people are already making money now. In fact, with some of the money that one blogger made, he ended up turning around and buying me a gift certificate for Pete's Coffee for Christmas. I really appreciated that. So I don't know. It's hard to say. My chat room is now spamming the video with URLs. Because, of course, where you can watch us every day, me, or us, I guess, is at live.pirillo.com. I blog at chris.pirillo.com. You can blog at lockergnome.com. I really don't know what else to say. I'm working on ways to help you make more money with your knowledge. Whether it be in a forum, whether it be in a blog, whether it be in question and answer, and hopefully at some point help enable you to make money through video as well. So stay tuned. I mean, I love this stuff. I'm always on the edge. On the edge. It's a good byline. You need a good byline for a blog. What did I say again? On edge, on the edge, or on the edge, on edge? It sounded good in my head at the time, and that's kind of what blogging is. Well, it sounded good in my head, just didn't come out that way. Anyway, I'm always here in front of my desk, and even if I'm not here in front of my desk, because I have to get up and move around every once in a while, otherwise the legs, get stuck to the chair. It's just a whole really bad thing. Anyway, if you want to join us in our chat room general community where we're typically talking tech, that's kind of my brand. I love technology. I'm a geek. Well, then you're welcome to. You can just join. The chat room's been telling you what to do. See, the whole chat room, video, blog. I mean, we're hardware, software, gaming, internet, general tech help, product advice, suggestions. We run the gamut. And there's I don't know how much further we can run this gamut. I don't even know what a gamut is or why I'd want to run it. But I'll try anyway, and you can watch me try. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's my life, and your life too, at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.